Whatever type of mission or exercise, personal preparation is crucial. You will leave your day job and personal life behind for several weeks on short notice, making the periods before and after your mission very busy. To have all necessary arrangements with your family and employer in place. Care for all your dependents must be ensured. You also need to have agreements for release from work, procedures to trigger this, and somebody to countersign your agreement of service. Especially those working in the private sector should also consider if they will receive salary, health and social insurance for the time of the mission. Consider which missions are suitable for your current medical and physical condition. As Paolo said, the range is very broad, and deploying to a challenging field mission may be unfeasible, whereas a hotel-based advisory mission might be more appropriate. Don't forget that additional stress, long working hours, time difference, and available food can all impact your capacity. Understanding your country's internal procedures for the deployment of experts, internal selection, and nomination is crucial. Also investigate how your national authorities support experts in preparation and during deployment. Although there is a comprehensive insurance package provided by the European Commission, remember that the duty of care remains with the member state. Ensure your personal documents are current. A second passport can be practical if your country allows for it. For medications, ensure you have current prescriptions available for immigration and customs, and keep your supply in original packaging. DG ECHO can cover the costs for mission-specific vaccinations, but it is often impractical to arrange this ad hoc due to the time needed for immune response and multi-dose regimes. You need to bring your own equipment. This includes camp gear, PPE, and AD equipment. It is beneficial to have administrator rights on laptops. A spare cell phone or dual SIM device that can also provide a Wi-Fi hotspot is very useful. Communication costs like local SIM cards or mission-related roaming costs can be covered, but equipment purchases are not regularly eligible for reimbursement. If you are using work equipment, ensure you are allowed to take it on an EU mission. You need to be able to cover all your personal mission costs up front and will only receive reimbursement and your per diem after approval of your final report. The EUCPT will try to pre-book travel and accommodation, but you might be asked to make your own arrangements under extraordinary circumstances. Ensure your card limits are sufficient to cover all expenses, including extraordinary costs, such as medical treatment, and your cards are unlocked for international use. Having backup cards and some cash is also useful. Those measures ensure you're ready to go and take pressure away when being selected and deployed. When there is a request for assistance, the first step is to analyze the terms of reference. My colleague Sean will speak about this in more detail. If you're available, you may apply for one or several positions in the team via your national focal point. Remember, you are not only away for the duration of the mission, but also need to accommodate your personal preparation before departure and conclusion of the mission with finalization of the final report and reimbursement procedures after returning to your home country. In many response missions, the roles and functions in an EUCPT follow the functional profiles. However, especially in prevention, preparedness and support missions, the requested profiles might be very specific. As member state systems are diverse, you want to carefully analyze them. If you are qualified and have the necessary skills, discuss an application with your national focal point, even if you do not match a drafted profile exactly. Even before selection, familiarize yourself with the situation in the country. If you are considered for selection, you will typically be contacted by ERCC via phone. After the call, you will receive a written confirmation of selection, and you need to provide personal data, your documents, and details for logistical arrangements. Soon after, you will receive your agreement of service. You need to provide a signed copy to ERCC as soon as possible, and in any case before departure. At this stage, you will also know who is selected for the other positions. The team leader will usually try to connect with all experts as soon as possible. In many cases, you will travel directly to the requesting country and your mission briefing is done online. You will receive a comprehensive info package up front. At minimum, it will include background information, a country profile, and a security briefing document. Depending on the context, you might also receive the latest situation reports, ECHO partner products, information on the coordination structure, and other EU activities, such as long-term projects. If you are not the first team deployed, it will also include handover notes from the previous rotation. The info package can be extensive, so plan sufficient time to review it thoroughly. In the mission briefing itself, you will get the latest situational updates, clarifications on the mission objectives and your mandate, the deliverables, and the security situation. It is critical that all team members have a clear understanding of the terms of reference and mission objectives, and you are encouraged to ask any questions and raise any concerns openly with your team and ERCC colleagues.